So a common theme in the travel industry I keep hearing repeatedly is the hatred toward short-term rentals, vacation rentals, holiday flats. People seem to view them as a culprit in making their cities unlivable. So in Hawaii, this is particularly the case because Hawaii has is very much it has properties, but not as much. Housing is not that big in Hawaii. There are limits to it, zoning regulations, and people just like having less people. So a lot of people, what they do is they decide to rent out. They own a property, they rent it out, and that makes housing less available to tenants, people who live there, and makes it more available to tourists. That decreases the amount of housing, which makes it more expensive. And that has been a problem in Hawaii, and it's become so bad that the governor is taking actions against it to try and discourage it. It's a common theme you see in every city where people blame Airbnb, they blame short-term rental companies for their um their housing crisis, their housing problems, rising rents. Yeah, and I've not seen it work. I've seen it just them just taking the blame, but it's a more I think more a political question. In New York City, they tried to do something about it where they did discourage um, people from giving out they made it harder to rent it out in Airbnb, and its impact has not done so much. It's definitely decreased Airbnbs to make hotels more expensive, but it has not done much to change the rent rates. So it's a complex question. I think it's more political than anything. I think there are more solutions than just stopping short-term rentals. I think more housing allowing it to be built will help a lot more. Often in cities, you see this issue where a lot of people don't want new housing developments. They don't want buildings torn down. They don't want public housing. They don't want anything that impacts their neighborhoods. There's a movement called the YIMBY movement. Oh, I'm sorry, no, NIMBY movement, not my backyard. So it's a very complicated issue, and it's really just politics. There's not policy; it's political. Which groups are more powerful than others to make what they want happen?